and gentlemen, welcome to a special edition of The Fight Guys. As you can see from right behind me, we are in the media room of the Canelo versus Triple G mega event happening here in Las Vegas. We just got done with the weigh-ins. All fighters weighed in. We had a couple of overweight fighters, but let's not even talk about that because really what everybody wants to talk about is Canelo versus Triple G. Yes. Canelo versus Triple G is the fight that everybody wants to talk about and that everybody wants to see. It is what is drawing so much attention to Las Vegas, such as Mayweather versus McGregor did, and so many other fights that have happened here in Las Vegas is doing. So, I am Fernando Pimentel of BehindTheGloves.com with my co-host Cynthia Conti of Ring TV, IFL, The Fight Girl, and The Fight Guys. Dominic Berdine of the same Ring TV, IFL, and The Fight Guys. She's not a fight girl though.
Yeah.
Once in a while it can be.
Sometimes.
Once in a while it can be, but let's get into
question later.
Yes.
Let's get into some serious business though and talk about what we're all here to see tonight. Tomorrow night. On live on pay-per-view, HBO. One thing to note is this pay-per-view does not start at 6 p.m. Western time like it does. It starts at 5 p.m. That means at 8 p.m. Eastern, not 9 p.m. Eastern like you guys are used to. So let's talk about what we saw tonight. We saw Triple G and Canelo weigh in at 160. Solid 160.
It was solid.
Canelo looks the most muscular I've ever seen him in his entire career.
Ridiculous.
I don't think he struggled to make this weight. I don't think he really had to do anything beyond his normal training to make this weight. And I honestly think it shows, given the muscle and the girth of how big he looks compared to how he usually does when he goes down to 155 or 154. Dominic, give me your thoughts on what you saw when you were there, because you actually got to see Canelo up close. Yeah, because he was down to the corner when they were coming in and walking out. So you got to see him close.
Special TV.
You know what?
Whatever. We got regular badges. We got TV badges.
All right. You know what? We still got our badges.
Honestly, man, Canelo, he looked sharp this entire week. A lot of media people were questioning Golovkin's difficulty of making weight. They said he looked very gaunt, that he looked very dry. I think Marcos Villegas said that his skin looked very dry before the weigh-in. So a lot of that.
There was a lot of Golovkin.
You were talking about Golovkin.
Oh, okay.
There was a lot of questions regarding Golovkin making weight, but when he stepped on that scale, he looked solid. But truth be told, Canelo just looked a little fresher to me. Now, muscles don't win fights. They don't.
Agree.
But, I mean, Canelo looked sharp. Both guys look sharp, but I'll give the slight edge as far as making weight to Canelo. I don't know how much that's going to affect either man in the fight, if that's going to really give Canelo the upper edge. But, I mean, both guys look sharp, but Canelo looked just a little more fresh.
Cynthia, your thoughts on what you saw from both Canelo and Triple G?
I know, geez Louise, Canelo is just jacked. I don't even know. I think he has like a 10-pack. I'm not even sure. It's blood that I didn't even know existed. I mean, it's weird when you see it, when you see it on video, you really just stare at it, and they're both. You're right. Canelo had the upper edge on this one. But you know what? It's muscles don't matter. It's what you do in there, and hopefully it doesn't slow him down. And you just have to see how much he hydrates up to, and then say goodbye to some of those muscles. But you know,
that's one of the things that you just said that a lot of people are going to look into. Obviously, he has more muscles than he has before at 154 and 155. But we've seen at those weights how he's actually tired later on during the fight. Now with this gain of muscle that he's gotten, obviously he's going to take in more air and he's going to exert more. So will that affect him in your minds more, or do you think he actually was able to look this muscular and look so fresh because the weight cut wasn't a problem?
Well, you know, what I think about is him going up 15 pounds in 4 months. That's hard, you know.
10 pounds for the challenge,
Oh, there you go. But he's never fought at this weight with this bulk, and you know, you can only do so much in training because you don't know. That's going to be the thing. That's really the big question: is will he be able to last more than 4 or 5 rounds, or even go 10 rounds with that weight?
Tom?
You know, the funny thing is, when you think about fighters in the lower weight class, like Roman Gonzalez, who had trouble making 112, then says 115 is too big, those 3 pounds really make a difference. So,
and it showed last Saturday.
And you have to really put into question about those extra 10 pounds that, or not extra 10 pounds, but the extra 5 or 6 pounds. Because remember, he fought at Canelo weight, 155 for most of his career, or
the latter part of his career right now, yeah.
So you got to really put that into question. Will that extra weight event or that extra weight be an advantage or a disadvantage? That extra muscle, will it slow him down, or will he not tire as much because, like we mentioned before, cutting the weight really drained him? So there's a lot of elements to this fight, a lot of variables, a lot of questions, and this is what makes the fight so exciting. Will Canelo be stronger, or will it show that he continues to tire in the middle and late rounds? I don't know. It's going to be a spectacular fight.
Yeah,
but
you said something there that I caught my attention. You said so many questions, and it's weird because in the Canelo versus Triple G fight, we obviously know who the A side is. It's Canelo, but yet most of the questions are coming from his end.
Yeah.
Like we have to answer questions for him. When it comes to Triple G, we know what we're getting. We know how he looks. We know he looks somewhat drained when he comes in at 160 and all those fights. He's done it since honestly the Curtis Stevens fight, and that was what 3-4 years ago. So we know what he looks like. We know what he looks like when he comes in. We know what he looks like on fight night. So it's all of the questions are on Canelo's side. Do you think it's weird that the A side is the one who needs to answer the questions and not the B side?
No, I don't think it's weird because Golovkin has had this blueprint for how long now? 33 knockouts. So I mean, he's doing something right, obviously. For Canelo, this is the first time that they had to change their game plan and to make it stick and find out tomorrow night if it works.
I think there's so many questions because he is the A side. He is challenging himself. This is by far the biggest fight of his career. Now you can say Floyd Mayweather was his biggest fight, but we're talking about a man who can knock him out, a man who can damage his career, a man who can set him back. Canelo's trying to rise to the crop. He wants to be the #1 pay-per-view star. He just doesn't want to be the best fighter in the world. He wants to be the #1 pay-per-view star. You had Mayweather and Pacquiao, who were the #1 guys. Canelo's looking to capitalize on this victory, so he can sell more. So he can sell pay-per-view buys.
So what happens if he loses? I mean, he has so much.
It depends on look. Going on what Dom said about how he loses and a guy who can knock him out and punch him. If you guys want an incredible parallel on what you guys may see from an older fighter versus a younger fighter and the parallel of career afterwards, just go look at what happened with Felix Trinidad versus Fernando Vargas. That's exactly pretty much where we're at. Obviously, Trinidad was a lot younger than Triple G, and Vargas was younger. Vargas was 20. But looking at the age difference, we have a 36-year-old versus a 26-year-old, and it's almost there.
35 versus 27.
25 versus, oh wow. So one off, got it. Yeah, it's still a big difference.
But nonetheless,
nonetheless. So that's, you can look at that parallel and you can see where Fernando Vargas' career went due to the devastating way that he lost versus Felix Trinidad. So if, let's say Canelo loses to Triple G that way, or even in a worse fashion, we could see a decline in Canelo, depending on how his mentality is. And the one thing I am gonna dislike is if he does lose, you're gonna hear the fans, you're gonna hear this, oh, you need a new trainer, you need this, that, and that. No, you go to the dance with what brought you there. And what brought him there was Eddie and Chef. So you stick with him, and you go along with him.
I mean, they're gonna say, well, why? Why did they do this? Why did they make him go up in weight? But you know what? It's the same thing.
It was time for him to go up in weight.
But if you think about it, it worked for Marquez and Pacquiao. He went up. Everyone thought he was gonna be drained because he got bigger. You saw what happened to Pacquiao. He was laid out on the floor.
The thing with that one is they both came up the same weights though. It's like the first fight was fought at like 126, 130. The second one was 135.
The first one was 126. The second one was 130. But Marquez was always chasing Pacquiao.
Yeah, they went up. They chased each other. It's not like
if it wasn't for the Pacquiao Marquez fight, Marquez probably would have stood at 135.
Exactly.
But each was chasing that big money fight.
That's why it went up. That's why he went up, and that's why that made sense. In this one, I just think it was time for Canelo to do so. He couldn't keep fighting at 155 because he was going to hear the naysayers saying he can't make 154, and then he's avoiding Golovkin at 160. So he had to do it. Like, I know they're going to say, I know his promoter's going to say, oh, it was time, and he grew into it. But reality is reality. He just needed to do it because he was either going to get, and I'm sorry for saying it, but he was either going to get crap for fighting at 155 and criticized for fighting at 155 and staying there and not going up to 150. And then also he went up to 164 and fought Chavez. So if his next fight wasn't going to be Golovkin or the next one, it would have been like, all right, man, something's going on.
This fight got made at the right time. Had it been made 2 years ago,
I completely agree.
Golovkin annihilates Canelo. At least that's what we all thought. But this fight is being made at the right time. Gives Canelo a better chance of upsetting the odds. Canelo has proven himself to be a better fighter and has a better quality of opposition than Golovkin just hasn't had those opportunities, and that's not his fault.
That is not his fault.
There's so many fighters that refuse to fight Golovkin. And the 160-pound division was not at his deepest. It wasn't really a deep, rich division.
It had fringe contenders. It had a lot of them.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
It didn't have that superstar. It didn't have that fighter that we're all looking, forward to. Canelo is rising to the top and wants to challenge himself again. You got to remember, it wasn't really Canelo. It was Golden Boy that was making the smart move of trying to build that fight, but also at the same time, 2 years ago, keeping away from him. They were keeping Canelo away from Gennady. If Canelo had it his way, he would have fought him 2 years ago.
I agree. I agree. Because he challenged himself with Mayweather. He challenged himself with Arizona Lara. So
Austin Trout was another one.
Austin Trout, yes. So yeah, no, you are correct, and that's what I love about Canelo. I will give my prediction later, but when it comes to Canelo, that is one thing I can never discredit him. He has challenged himself every single time, and every single time he's come out with flying colors. Even when he's had controversial victories against Lara. Like, you know me, I honestly thought Lara won that fight.
So
but even then, Canelo did. Even then, Canelo.
But it was a very close fight.
It was a very close fight. Canelo still passed the test. Because at the end of the day, he had to fight a different style that he hasn't seen.
Yeah.
It may be somewhat similar to Floyd, but it's not Floyd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he passed that test. He got the victory. Can't really deny him about that. He passed the Angulo test. He passed the Chavez test. He's passed every single test that's been put in front of him, and I like it. And I love it from him because he challenges himself. And the one time he lost to the best of this era. You can't blame him for that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty and everything. Let's get to our predictions. Let's get to what we expect tomorrow night. And let me start off with Cynthia. Cynthia, gun to your head, who are you picking to win this fight?
Well, my prediction, I think Gennady is stoppage, TKO, 10th round.
All right. Gennady, TKO from Cynthia Conti.
Yes.
Dominic Radin, your prediction, sir.
I'm going to write one.
I've gone back and forth with this. The fight itself with Golovkin, I had him as a solid pick a year ago.
I think everybody did, honestly.
And I actually still had him as a solid pick before I arrived to Vegas. Now, you hear so many different opinions, you hear so many people talking about this fight, sharing their thoughts. You begin to believe that, hey, shit, maybe Canelo does have a good chance to win this fight. I never doubted that Canelo could not win this fight. But the closer the fight gets, your mind begins to wander off from the actual prediction or the actual thoughts that you had on this fight. I begin to believe that maybe Canelo could possibly take a disputed, controversial split decision. Just because if it goes to the scorecards with Golden Boy Promotion, Canelo, this is his hometown, fighting in Vegas. However, I do believe that Golovkin will, at the very least, deserve the decision, whether it goes in his favor or not. I believe it'll be somewhere around 115, 113, 116, 112.
Do you really think you could get a very fair decision if it went to the card?
Again, this is my opinion.
That's his opinion.
This is my opinion where I would score the fight. I can't say 100% that the judges are going to give him the correct scoring or give him the decision that he deserves. But I do see Golovkin winning this fight in the later rounds. I think Canelo will take the early onslaught, just because he's going to be fresh. He's going to use that hand speed. He's going to be able to maneuver. And one thing he's got to do is try to take away that power. He's got to neutralize that power, and I don't think he's going to be able to do that for 12 rounds. And I think I think Triple G will come on late and dictate the fight, and we'll go to the scorecards. I'm not so sure about knockouts.
So who wins the scorecards? Who wins the scorecards on your end? Ultimately, gun to your head, who are you taking? Golovkin scorecards. Hi. My pick. Honestly, I think at the beginning of the fight, for the first 3 rounds, Golovkin is going not to allow Canelo to hit him with his best shot, but will give Canelo the opportunities to do so, to test himself out, to see if he can weather the storm. Because remember, Canelo does have the faster hands in this fight. So he has to not only worry about a power punch, but he has to worry about combination punches. So I think Abel is telling him, yo, we gotta weather the first storm early on, and we gotta not let him tire himself out, but use himself. At the same time, pressure him, but not too much. That way, basically, Gennady's gonna play it safe like he did versus Lemieux the first couple rounds.
The first time, then went in on him.
If Canelo cannot
establish that jab.
If Canelo cannot do anything to Golovkin, I feel Golovkin is gonna go in full attack mode, but at the same time play it safe. He will win this fight. Golovkin will win this fight. He will win it by scorecards, but there will be at least 2 knockdowns in this fight. Wow. I'm not saying Golovkin is going to knock him out twice. I'm going to say there's going to be a back and forth. There's going to be a time where I think Golovkin is going to catch Canelo, and Canelo's going to come back and try to catch him back, and it's going to be an even 1-1 on the knockouts.
I mean, I'm curious because he's such a good counter.
Yes,
so,
but see, that's the thing. His ultimate counter-punching skills when it comes to Canelo is when he goes to the ropes and he invites his opponent to come in. And I don't think he's going to do that versus Golovkin because Golovkin is a power puncher that he has yet to ever face. Yes, he faced Kirkland, but Kirkland was not the same Kirkland that he was before he fought Abdullah.
You know what I find interesting is that Canelo, his bread and butter is to lay on those ropes.
Yes, and I don't think he's going to do it.
And to counterpunch. He likes to do that. He likes to slip, he likes to counter, go to the body. He does it very well. But Gennady, being the aggressor, loves to push you against those ropes, trap you on those ropes.
And he times his
go
shots.
downstairs and come up with those hooks. Now, Canelo, he's got those uppercuts where he can catch you on the inside. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to have that advantage.
That's why I say there'll be 2 knockdowns in this fight.
Canelo on those ropes and countering with those hooks and uppercuts, or will it be Triple G trapping you on those ropes, going down to that body with those hooks upstairs and that straight right hand, or not even a straight. Comes over the top.
It's true because I was telling Dominic earlier. I go, once you get him on the ropes, Canelo's great on the ropes, but will he be able to get up and in?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why I'm saying there will be 2 knockdowns in this fight.
I can see that.
Because they're going to have a great contradictory style when it comes to the ropes. One loves to go to the ropes and be the counter puncher. One loves you to the ropes and he'll work you there. Yeah. So it's going to be a nice. Again, what do we say? Styles make fights.
Yeah, they're going to complement one another.
They're going to complement one another, and at the same time, they're not going to complement one another, but I think the complementary end will outweigh the non-complementary end. Beyond that, obviously the pay-per-view card is nice. It's really good. Brian Buchan Martin is a K2 fighter. He's great. Check him out. He is really good.
Tall lightweight.
Tall lightweight. I was like, oh my god.
He's 6'1" and he's a lightweight, guys. All right, so think about that. Now, also we have, as I like to call it, Abner Morris versus Leo Santa Cruz light. Diego De La Hoya versus Randy Caballero. If you saw the weigh-in, they're pushing and shoving each other. They're in each other's heads, so it's gonna be good.
See that?
Yeah. I'm somewhat disappointed about Jorge Lara not being injured and everything like that.
Yeah.
But
I heard the replacement though. I heard that he's actually a very good boxer.
Well, actually, Lara was the number 1 and the number 2 WBC guy. JoJo's number 1. Rivera's number 3. So they got the very next guy to be the replacement. So it's good. So I'm down with that. But it's just I like Lara. I love Lara's style. He's got come forward. He's got that come forward, and it was gonna test JoJo. That's what I saw. He was gonna test JoJo. But check out the pay-per-view. As we stated, it starts at 5 p.m., not 6 p.m. Pacific time. So that means 8 p.m. Eastern, not 9 p.m. Eastern. Check out our respective channels. Check out Ring TV for both. Check out for IFL for both. Check out for Cynthia Conte's channel. Check out for Behind the Gloves. We all have interviews with different fighters. I've had Jesse Vargas. You've had multiple other fighters and media members. Same with you. We've all interviewed different people. So go get and grasp all you can about this before the fight. Make your own opinion in the comment sections below. Please let us know who you are picking for this fight. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, The Fight Guys. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, at The Fight Guys _, Facebook, at The Fight Guys. I know I haven't done much on the Fight Guys Facebook channel. I'll start doing it again. My bad, just been busy, so I do apologize. But we'll get to you guys soon, and continue to follow. We're gonna have ticket contests for the October 14th fight of Abner Morris versus Carlos Avalos, and also the Leo Santa Cruz being the leader on that card. So just keep following us. We'll let you know what's up with us. Pay attention tomorrow night because we'll be live streaming throughout tonight as well, because we're going to the ESPN fights. We're also going to be live streaming tomorrow, getting you a lot of things going on. So continue to follow the channel and us on our Instagrams and Twitters and our social medias. Anything else you guys got to add?
I'm good, man.
This fight's going to be amazing.
We'll see you at the fight. Go to the pay-per-view.
Be there, watch it. Peace out.